readings, guys. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Monette, and this is my channel, Evolve with Monette. For those of you that are new here, I am a professional intuitive empath. It's so good sharing energy with you. Come on in. Thank you for inviting me in. If you're interested in working with me, my information can be found in the description box below. Talk to your angels first, and then we can go. Alright, let's do a couple seconds with this quietly. Hi guys, I have been so excited to get on here and share some energy with you. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Happy New Year. So good to have you back here. We're going to get into it right away. We have a New Year's reading that's been coming up. We've got that to do, some other things to get done here today too. So we're going to get right into it. I pre-shuffled to see astrologically what was going to be going on for us as we move through 2025. And I pulled two Big Bang cards here. We have Jupiter and Uranus. Okay? So, let's talk about expansion that's happening in so many ways, but expansion that's happening unpredictably. Okay, so what's going to be happening for you, for this collective, if you resonate here, is that your year is not going to go according to a plan, but it will expand. There will be growth, there'll be wins, there will be trackable growth, but it's not going to go according to plan. So let's talk about specifically the first quarter. All right, as that card was the next one that came up. So the first quarter, how you set your first quarter, how you begin your first quarter. So this is not just like cliche, new year, new me kind of convo. This is more talking and taking into account, I would say, what it means to strategically plan. Okay, so what do they say? If you don't plan to fail, you fail to plan, right? So let's talk about strategically planning to win our year. The number 3 is going to be really important here too. So there must be, I'm thinking of life path 3, but there needs to be a creative approach to what it is that you do. All right, so let's take a look and go a little deeper. Uranus first quarter, Jupiter, and then I had Sagittarius as another card that snuck in here. So Sagittarius, all right. All right. This year for you, 2025, is going to be about learning, educating, becoming not only the philosopher, but becoming the professor in a way. Or you will take professorial interest. So you may do a deep dive into a thing, a deep exploration, something that's going to change your philosophical nature and approach. There's something coming up for you where you're going to change the way that you believe, or how you believe, or what you feel like you're capable of knowing and understanding. That's what I'm hearing here. Yeah, of knowing and understanding. Let's see. All right. Let's see what's going on with the first quarter. When we're dealing with the first quarter, it's really speaking to the fact that the moon is a quarter of a way through the Earth's orbit. This phase brings growth and understanding to the lessons of the new moon. It can also be a test to your commitment and whatever lessons it is that you have learned through said commitments. It's also a perfect time to reassess your intentions and decide what part of your plan needs to be revised. People born into this phase are typically passionate and action-oriented. So this also coincides with any fire signs. You're Sagittarius. Okay, makes sense. All right, guys, we're going to put together a puzzle right now. Figure it out. We're going to end it with some Bob Ross cards. Oh my god, the crooked trunk. All right, like the blank canvas. I'm going to pull and see. That will be what we finish, and I'll be reading out of that for you to understand what the message is very specifically. First quarter, we're going to start with our animal tarot, our animal oracle. Oh man, first quarter, the hyenas. There's a couple of things going on here, all right? So this is going to be kind of a more esoteric reading. I'm just going to be channeling what I'm getting here. One of the things that we're going to be dealing with for you in the first quarter is integrating your shadow. So you may be challenged or pushed in a way, surprisingly, where you will have a need to integrate your shadow, where you will have a need to actually outwit things that were trying to outwit you. I just heard you have to think like the snake. So to outwit the snake, you must think like the snake. And that's the problem for the collective, is that that's not a stance we usually take. We don't like to take it because it doesn't feel organic to our empathic nature. We don't like shady. I'm here. Someone was shady. Shiesty. That's what I was going to say. Shiesty-ish. We don't like that. We don't like shady. We don't like any of the S's. Nothing that starts with snake, okay? We're not into it. And so it is not normal for us to think like a snake. But that's one of the things that I really feel mandated here to work with you guys on. My empath and Earth Angel Collective specifically, is that you were treated badly, repeatedly, doormatted, whatever you want to call it, and it's because you wouldn't see it from this angle or from this degree. You refuse to start looking at strategy. Remember I said they want you to strategize during this first quarter on how to get ahead. So if we're dealing with any interpersonal things happening, then what is how to get ahead going to be? Okay? Sorry guys, we're dealing with so many camera things. Let's see. What is how to get ahead gonna be? So that's what you need to understand, is what is that actually going to look like when you are going through your plan. And also integrating your shadow means how low can you go is what I'm hearing. So if someone is challenging you to go low, how low can they go? You need to know how low you can go too. I have videos up here where I talk about getting to know your demon before it gets to know you. That's what this is about, is understanding where your shadow is going to be able to come out to play, but also what I heard is come out to save. So we're going to clarify that with tarot, and then we'll move into our next oracle for what you need to know about 2025. So the first thing is integrating the dark and the light side. I can't make it up. You are going to have to strategize, out-strategize, and outwit wolves around you. I know, God, I specifically started with the rain stick because what I heard was the chaos of New Year's and the holidays and all of the isthmuses and all of the things that we're celebrating. It's so loud. It's all family, and it's big rooms, and it's dinners, and it's banquets, and it's parties, and it's jazz brunches, and all that stuff. But they said start the collective with something that's going to calm their nerves and not have their adrenaline running and just be easy, because it's about to get loud. And I see you guys just don't get lost in the crowd. That's what they're saying for you for the first quarter. It's about to get loud. And the Seven of Swords, justice. Here's the thing about it, especially with this heart chakra energy, I see you winning. And not just winning, what I see is you balancing out. In the first quarter, there's going to be a matter of the heart. I can't make it up. The Justice card. Okay. Thank you, angels. Justice here, using an oldie but a goodie deck. Look at how tattered. This is one of my favorites from a long time ago. My angels put it to my awareness today. The Justice card here is dealing literally with things that are black and white. The angels don't miss, do they? Hey, look at those black and white pillars. We're telling the truth outside. So, yeah. This is also the card of partnership, Libra energy. Also the card of divorce or disconnecting. Also the card of things being fair. And the reason I say to be fair is quite literally the card that was next to be pulled is to be fair. Can you guys see that? Literally to be fair. You can't make this up. And so the Seven of Swords and the hyena. Someone that's not being fair to you in the first part of 2025 will have you flip it and reverse it on their ass. And then they can figure out how they're going to spiritually stay alive. I see a Mortal Kombat finish him, but it's all cerebral. So this isn't an actual physical altercation. This is you outwitting someone by integrating your shadow. And that's why I'm highly recommending that the shadow work is something that you actively do, and that you study the 48 laws of power, and that you pay attention to how people that are snakes move, because that's when I think we've gotten the most abused, is when we couldn't even conceptualize that someone could be a certain way with us, because we could never be that way with them. We were so dedicated to honesty and communication and fairness. The way you survive a lot of these situations is that you keep your cards pretty close to your chest and you move. Like they move, but without, though, sacrificing your spirituality and your integrity. So but there's a balance there. But they actually said whatever you do have to do is fair, because it's been done to you, and this is how you get through that first quarter. The next thing to know, Sagittarius energy. So we're dealing with this in full perspective. It's very generous and jovial, and I love that. Sagittarius and Jupiter, I love this pairing for you. And that's why I said we'll deal with Uranus. So we're going to talk about what Uranus is going to do. But this Jupiter and Sagittarius, literally they're so well affected. Like if you were studying Vedic astrology, there are mal-affected planets, and then there are well-aspected, affected, and planets that like are fantastically playing off of one another. Jupiter and Sagittarius love each other. So expansion, this is about travel for a lot of you guys. There's going to be travel that may explode for you this year, or you may be manifesting travel to whatever degree feels exciting and adventurous to you. You're supposed to. The thing about Sagittarius in its highest vibration is that it pushes us to exploration and meeting new people. And when you channel it properly, it's about gaining wisdom and learning new philosophies. So you will feel the impetus to travel thinking, oh, this is just a regular whatever it may be. And then you meet someone really interesting on the plane that has a stimulating conversation with you, and they give you their card. You don't think anything about it. And then 2 years later, you reach out, or they reach out, and now you guys are working together, and blam. That's the magic of Sagittarius in its highest vibration. You've gone outside of your comfort zone. You introduce yourself to new someone that could elevate the next stage of your life. So it's very clear, because communication with Sagittarius energy is always the most straightforward it can be if they're healthy. If not, games can be played. But expansion here. So let's talk about both of them. So with Sagittarius represented by the Centaur, half human and half horse, the sign of Sagittarius is a magnificent archer in the zodiac. Sagittarians are skilled at bringing life's major issues into full perspective. Very generous and jovial, and they will give you the shirt off their back to anyone in need. Because of this, they must be careful of overextending themselves and of being too quick to make decisions. Ruled by the planet Jupiter. It literally is your ruling planet. That's what I'm saying. So well affected. Ruled by the planet Jupiter, they are ready to and willing to have a good time and can often forget about their responsibilities. They also have an uncanny ability to land on their feet through tough circumstances. And that's why I feel okay with getting into what Uranus will bring because Sagittarius are naturally lucky. Jupiter is the planet of luck and expansion. So let's talk about Jupiter, and then you're going to see the positive side of 2025. I'm like, gosh, don't have me start out with hyenas and the Seven of Swords. That's insane. But if it's coming, you know, I'm not going to lie to you over here. We're going to be preparing for what's coming. All right, so Jupiter represents luck, learning, and growth. It's also associated with long-distance travel. So you see how Sagittarius and travel go together. All right, so you guys are traveling. If you don't have your passports, get your passports. If your passports need to be renewed, renew your passports. If you're scared of a passport, touch a passport. Find a passport. Go take a passport picture for almost free at your nearest Walgreens or CVS. Not sponsored. Get your life. Buy yourself a sundress that you don't know where you're going to wear it to, but maybe you're going to wear it somewhere. You're going to be stepping, step, side to side. Hey, I'm telling you. Do what you need to start manifesting and envisioning. The law of assumption is a transition from the law of attraction for us that have been through the matrix and that have bested a few of the narcissists and archons and demons. We go on the law of assumption. Give us a reason to bring in the thing for which we are dreaming. Okay? So concrete anchor your manifestations because they're coming true this year, boo. You get a whatever you want to. Fill in the blank. The writer of the check is you. Wow. A blank check is what I just channeled for you. So, they, with long distance travel and education, philosophy, publishing, scholarly pursuits, fairness, and reason. And you see how the reading is going together? To be fair, justice, everything is happening this season to get you guys ready for everything to be actually balanced. I want this reading for me. It's going to be balanced this year. You're going to have balance in so many areas of your life because you did a lot of heavy lifting. Let's talk about it. So, Sagittarius are skilled, at bringing life's major issues into full perspective. Blah, 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 blah. Don't overextend yourself. Ruled by the planet Jupiter. They are ready and willing to have a good time and can often forget about their responsibilities, so cautionary tale there. They also have an uncanny ability. Okay, we talked about that, sorry. I was reading Jupiter. Okay. It's also associated with long-distance travel, higher education, philosophy, publishing, scholarly pursuits, fairness. Never want to stay put in the same place for too long. Jupiter moves around seeking knowledge in order to cultivate an understanding of life. Jupiter is also associated with gambling and may act on a whim to place a bet, then win big as a result of its lucky ability to gain success swiftly. Jupiter changes the zodiac signs every year and a half. All right, guys, so let's take a look and see what your angels are saying about this Jupiterian energy and Sagittarius energy. So show me Jupiter. I can't make it up, man. Cosmic egg, and it fell. You need to hide. Okay. I know, guys. My lungs today have been... Listen, you need to hide. You are gonna be close. I almost started singing popular. You're gonna be popular. Someone here is gonna be popular. Ooh, who's popular? Someone here is going to be popular. You need to hide. Let me tell you what's going on. You are the golden ticket. I was going to sing, you've got a golden ticket, but if you're the cosmic egg, you are the golden ticket. And you couldn't be more golden in a Jupiter year of expansion for you with Sagittarius at its back, propelling you. What I'm seeing is like a hot air balloon and how you light the torch and it like lifts into the sky. You are the golden ticket. Whoever's watching this, you have something that people will covet. You know how I said, what was I just saying about snakes? And here's a snake on this egg. It's around the egg, coiled around the egg. A lot of you guys here, I'm channeling some past stuff here, you made a narrow escape. I'm thinking of the boa constrictor, which can swallow humans. You made a narrow escape from a snake, an intergalactic snake, a Decepticon. Here's what I need you to know about this rainbow egg, cosmic egg energy that's coming through. The power is in you. I'm channeling Captain Planet. The power is in you. You are so lucky this year that anyone that you're proximal to, anyone you touch, anyone you assist, anyone that assists you, if their heart is true, they will benefit greatly from you. You will benefit greatly from them. You have magic, my friend. You will up level. So here's what I'm saying to you. In 2025, in order to really harness this energy and make your dreams come true for a change, because I feel like what you've been doing for so long is making sure that everybody else's dream came true. And the angel said, what about you? What about you? What about you? If you want your dreams to come true, because your dreams want to come true for you. Law of assumption. It is already done. They already want to be true for you. They wouldn't be your dreams if they didn't want to come true for you. They want to come true for you. They're already true for you. But you need to know that this magic is you. Because if other people can see it, like the snake, then the goodness they will try to take. And that means they may just try to constrict, swallow, or corrupt you. The magic is you. Magic is all around us. And because you are vibrating in 2025 at this higher level of alignment, what's going to happen is that you will be seeing the magic and the synchronicities. What a beautiful gift. So often we're talking about what you get and what you won and what you lost. It's all Stevie Nicks. But this is a beautiful song today about what gets to stay, because you had the balls, you had the huevos, you had the ovaries to walk away. I'm so proud of you. And what it did is it leveled you up, because what I'm looking here at the cosmic egg is ascension in a spiritual way. This isn't just, but the thing about it is it's going to show up in very tangible ways in your life. For pain and suffering, back to the justice card, back to the card that deals with the courts. I just heard someone say compensated for your pain and suffering. A lot of you guys, especially with Uranus here, have been going through 7-year cycles, because Uranus is a 7-year cycle. Let's talk about Uranus and then weave this all back together for your 2025. It's sometimes called the Great Awakener. It brings drama. It's associated with unexpected change, innovation, discovery, liberation, and structural transformation, and can cause a lot of upheaval personally, politically, systematically, and generationally. So a lot of you guys are going to be breaking generational curses. I just heard break every chain. You guys, this is not what you think, and that's why I'm like, okay, get excited, but keep it low, because we got a long way to go. We've only just begun, and like 2025 is right here, right now. But there's something very exciting happening for people that have been doing their ascension work, people that have really been leveling up. We're on our way. I'm hearing nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. All right. Uranus likes to stir the pot, so expect the unexpected with this planet. Uranus can also add a quirky, trailblazing, freedom-loving vibe to our charts. And where better to be freedom-loving and quirky than in a Sagittarius Jupiterian expansion year? You can learn new people. You can be a new person. You can travel. You can make new friends. Keep the old one is silver, the other is gold. Shout out to the Girl Scouts. There's so much that you can do. But what you get to do is discover you. Treat yourself like the experiment this year. Challenge yourself. Hold yourself accountable, because one of the things that, in order to correct the area that is very naturally Sagittarian, which is to slack on the responsibilities, almost overcompensate in that area, so that like make a schedule, like keep, even if it's a schedule, like I'm going to go to the beach 6 times a week. make it happen if that's something that actually raises your vibration. You understand what I'm saying, guys? It doesn't have to be, it's a schedule and I'm in a Fortune 500 company. I'm talking about if you're a stay-at-home mama, what's the schedule that's going to make you feel like you took care of yourself, but also you took care of your family? How can you improve right where you're at? You don't have to be here or there or anywhere. We're not classes here. What are you doing? And how can you streamline that? Because if you do that, you'll be extra rewarded, because usually that's where Sagittarius is, and the Sagittarian energy can take its L's and its losses is in the area of responsibilities. So if you fortify that, then you have a blowout year of success and magic happening for you. Now, what I want you to understand with Uranus, that they want you to understand specifically, I'm telling you, there's something about your wit. You will be outwitting drama and tragedy. Even though this causes changes, you are going to outfox it every time. I love to see that. Show me Jupiter, what they need to know about Jupiter. Move quickly. Cheetah. It's going to move quickly, and it's going to be coming upon you very quickly here too. A lot of you guys too are going to be working on your sacral, as we see the orange here at the center moving out to solar plexus. Now that's so interesting, because there's a video that I've already made, and it's called Homework or something to that essence, and it's tying into something that my angels channeled for me to do, which is to do a little bit of homework with you guys, intuitive homework, and it's sacral energy. So if you feel guided to watch that, it's not necessary, but if you feel guided to, we're working on improving sacral energy and working on solar plexus energy too. Specifically, I talk about that, and I also recommend some stones to go along with fortifying your homework and your journaling work. Anyway, if you're interested, it's over there. It'll be there. It's all going to be loading, okay, today. So one of those is already made. Oh, here she comes. Watch out, boys. She'll chew you up. Oh, here she comes. He's a man eater. She only comes out at night. What's going on with this? There's so much cunning here. There are fluffy animals. There's like lambs in here and like kitty cats and stuff like that. But we just have these ferocious beasts tonight. What's going on? Ooh. Ooh, Mufasa. I got chills over that. That's the high priestess. Triangle, up, line, above, air sign. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Libra, dealing with justice specifically. New ideas, Aquarius energy, communication about said ideas, Geminian energy, Mercurial energy. It doesn't matter what sharks are around you, it's something that you always can see through, because that's what you've been put on this earth to do. Sharks don't like to see you coming. Because they can't tame you. I heard wild horses couldn't keep me away. They couldn't tame you. One more about 2025. The bat here, shadow side. Whose shadow, yours or the collective's? Ace of Cups. Oh my God, Three of Wands. Something, love coming in 2025, or success in reputation. Okay, we can see that two ways. And you have to deal with your shadow side, and you have to, okay, so this is one of the things coming up for you guys. You're going to have to deal with what success feels like to you, what it looks like to you, what you're comfortable with, and what you're allowing to let in. You have been the one withholding the onslaught of accolades is what I just heard here. So this is not just about a love relationship. This is actually about reputation, as I see it, that it's been waiting. You know how they say it takes 10 years to be an overnight success? Some of you guys are about to be an overnight success because you put in your 10 years. What I'm channeling too is Malcolm Gladwell, The Tipping Point. And the tipping point, no, not the tipping point, the outliers, because you're an outlier is what I heard. And that's what the cosmic egg was about. You are the magic. You are an outlier. And what that means is that you are capable of achieving great heights of whatever, if you want to, or really deep wisdom. Let's say you're a monk. Let's say you're never going to leave your hills wherever you are at, but you are like the best monk in the monastery, you are the like Dundada a monkin, okay? So I don't know what that is. But that's what I mean. That's why there's something they want you to know about 2025 is it's about everybody, especially with the Sagittarian energy. They love people from all over the globe. They are interested in humanity and interested in how you are intellectually stimulated from humanity. So all inclusivity is a huge thing for you this year, for whatever way that shows up for you, or stepping outside of comfort zones and new people. Big deal for you this year. Anyway, other people, foreign people specifically, will be part of the upgrade of your reputation. So when I say foreign people, it may not be that they are out international. It could be just foreign to you, just foreign to your emotional ecosystem, your norm, and everyday. And that's going to be where things really expand in a rapid way, especially with the cheetah here. And the other thing is, if it's back to love with the bat, then some of you guys might push things away, maybe for success also. What is this? What is it about love that they need to know? I'm going to pull another card on this one, guys, because I want to get real clear on that. What do they need to know about love? If it's okay, I thought it was reputation. They said it's about love. Let's clarify love. All right. We have a flipper, a creative endeavor. You may fall in love with a passion again. I love that for us. You may fall in love with a passion. And then soulmate, kindred partnership. Oh, I have goosebumps on new beginnings. Oh, man. Oh, I didn't want to be in this. Deserving. Oh, fuck. Great achievement. Man. Alright. I didn't, y'all, you know, any reader on here will tell you they're not into it. Left side nurturance, feminine energy, specifically. My head is like, it feels like tingles when, my angels will like just tickle my brain when it's something that we're on it. Alright. So we have soulmated energy, familial soulmated energy from past lives, kindred partnership. And I was looking at my nail there, but I was channeling "You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch," you know, because I Grinchified my nails, but "You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch." What I heard was that you have felt, some of you have felt like the Grinch stole your love life. Does that make sense? Like that's what I was getting. Or maybe you felt like the Grinch about love life, because what I was hearing here with this is, stop pushing love away. Stop dragging my... Yeah, stop pushing love away. That's what I heard. Yeah, you're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. Oh my gosh, they're the hot air balloons I was just talking about. Remember I was just talking about at the beginning of this reading, hot air balloons and fire or something? I don't even know what I was saying. There they are. You're going to be working together with someone that gets something off the ground. Oh my God, she's lifted off the ground. Girl, okay, I'm sorry. I'm a little slow today. I'm like, it's all happening. It's all happening. This is a present thing. This is already happening. Do y'all know that something's already happening? Have you begun? You begun a new transition. All right, so this is about partnership. Let's see. New beginnings. Oh, yes, it's absolutely a new beginning. Secret guardian, new beginnings. And back to a healed space of hope. Because I feel like, if I'm reading this correctly, with the bat being the precursor for romantic energy, you've been so broken and sullied that you haven't looked at love through fresh eyes in a long time. And you're cynical, and they're asking you to like assume the eyes of a child about love, if it's at all possible, because you're deserving. You can't make this up. Solar plexus. Remember I said the cheetah, starting with sacral, moving out to solar. Here we are with the solar plexus in full. You are so deserving of being loved, if that's what you want, or success, if that's what you want. You know, y'all know how I tap in. I'm always like, hey, where are we successing at? Great achievement, because that's what I'm about, for sure. Great achievement. Where are we successing at? You will have a great achievement. This also looks like a dinner, you know, a fancy dinner that one would have after a reception. All right, guys. So if you want to understand about 2025, there will be you working on absolutely falling in love with a passion of yours, and it's going to be something that is going to be very, very lucrative and it's going to take off in the way that you want it to. Or you have to work on your shadow side about pushing love away from you, because I keep showing me the bat. And you might be a runner. You're the runner now. You're the track star. Who freaking knew? So you need to work on that. Unless you don't want love. I don't know. I mean, we all have to choose our own adventure. And you will definitely get to choose. I just pulled the tarantula. I'm not even going to show it to get traumatized, y'all. I'm just going to read it because there's a reason that came out. I think that has to do with Uranus energy. So let's talk about that. That's the last card here. Show me why the tarantula is here. And they asked me to remind you guys you were the cosmic egg. The tarantula is here because of the cosmic egg. They said it will make sense in a second when I pull. So let's pull. Yang. Masculine energy. I was just talking about the feminine side and the feminine energy. Clarify. Well, you need to be in masculine energy to enjoy the Jupiterian expansion. We got a few cards that flip, so I'm going to take them all. Higher power. Then we have chaos and conflict to the sea. This is about Uranus. All right, so let's understand what else you need to know about 2025. Higher power, chaos, and conflict to the sea. The tarantula is what we're clarifying. So tarantula energy is literally earth energy, and it's about burrowing specifically and creepily. Right. Give you some answers about why the tarantula's here in 2025. Clarify to the sea. 4 of Swords. You need to know when to step away and take a break. Know when to hold them. Know when to fold them. Know when to walk away. Know when to run. You never count your money. When you're sitting at the table, there'll be time enough for counting. When the dealing's done, you, in order to win in 2025, you need to know when you can avoid a heartbreak or something distracting or something that's going to take you off your path. What you need to know about yourself, Earth Angels, is that if people can access your mind space and get you upset, then they buy a little bit of your time. It may take you a day or 2 or 3 to get back in alignment. You get back a lot faster than most do, but still, that's 2 or 3 days away from you. And if you're focused on success, or you're focused on self-love, or you're focused on falling back in love with a passion or a person, you need all of your energy for you. So you need to know when to hold them, know when to fold them. Because people, I heard, stop dragging my heart around. But for you, it's a sunrise. You already did all that heartbreak shit. You're tired, sis. We can't even see the 3 of Swords anymore. We're like, oh, okay, more swords? We're exhausted. So in 2025, you're going to walk away from that. I'm telling you, you're going to focus on what makes you the happiest. 10 cups, 10 opportunities to fill your cup that whole year. Fill it, fill it, fill it. Make it so clear. And love, it will be near. Love is there as well. Stop carrying other people's shit. Stop chasing that bitch. Win, 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 win. I have a video here called Win, 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 Win. I'll link that below. I have a few things to link below in the description box, but check that out. Win, 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 win. It's by J-Rock, and I did a whole video about that if you want to hear more in depth on how you can win in 2025 with a strategy. Stop chasing anybody. Stop it. And understand that you can't stop people from watching you. I always feel like, yeah, they're watching. They're always watching. They will always be watching. You know, they say, if you don't have haters, are you even popping or whatever? Listen, none of us really wanted it, but if you're here, we're outside. So just be outside with it and be fabulous while you're outside, bitch. Be fabulous because they're watching and they're sad and messy, mad and miserable. And they have only this to do. It's to watch you. So if you feel like you're energetically being watched, you are. Maybe outwardly, if someone can follow your socials, they might be. But even emotionally and spiritually, they absolutely are. Even if they've never clicked on a screen or never done a thing, I don't even know how you swipe everything, they are watching because you're interesting, because you are winning this year, because 2025 for you will be a year of expansion. People will be following to see the things that you do. They're going to care about you, and I want you to care about you too. I think what's so beautiful with the 10 of Wands coming out previously is that this is the first year where you decided, I'm not carrying shit from here except for me. And that is going to free you up to make a lot of these dreams that are available to you a reality, even in the midst of chaos. What else do we need to know about the tarantula? You are done being stabbed in the back. You've been stabbed in the back and betrayed and lied to, lied on, gaslit, manipulated, tried, denied, future fakes. I mean, you name it. Beans, greens, potato. You've had so much of this that you have transformed, sis. You evolved into another being. You're the cosmic egg. You're just glowing from within. Your old girl, Scarlett Johansson, Lucy. You're Lucy. You've absorbed so much information, so many crazy experiences, so many people trying to try all of you. You just surrendered to yourself. It was like the universe was cooking you, and you said, this was you in here like, okay, I can't take it anymore. I'm about to lose my mind. And finally you surrendered. And you still felt like they were on demon time, but they were actually purifying you. They were burning the impurities out of you like you do with metal. You were being forged in the fire. While people were future faking, you were being forged in fire. That part, sis. F and F's, okay? But yes, they will be watching because what you do is different, because you are an earth angel. That was just in their life. And so many of them are waking up to that in 2025. You'll have a lot of people, sadly, arising like Lazarus from the dead, talking about, wait a minute, wait, it was you? Yes, dummy. It was I. It was I. And now it's bye. 2025 for you, you need to be traveling. 2025, even if it's one place. I don't care what you're saying. I don't care if you never want to leave the house. I don't care if you're fully agoraphobic, and I support you. I don't care. You are supposed to step outside your house in order to have the best luck find you. I'm not wrong. Do what you want to do. Free will's a thing. So that's what you need to know. There will be unexpected changes that are pushing you to your highest good, and you're going to be laughing about it more than feeling shaken up. The first part of the quarter of the year will be your hardest quarter, and it's because I think there's still lingering residual emotions and feelings and past people that can't believe they're in the sunken place and cast out of your life. So you're still dealing with the tethers of that. Salt bath, Dead Sea salt. Y'all know I have videos here about it. Take a look. It's in the encyclopedic book that I have been creating for you for so many years of my life. There's a video here somewhere that deals with exactly what you want to have a question about. But what you can do is remember, with this turtle here, slow and steady, it's you and emotions. You got me feeling emotions. They're so sad. These frog people are sad. They're sad and tearful and emotional. And they multiply. I know you feel like I heard Romeo Must Die. In 2025, you're going to just be able to tell the good from the bad guys much easier. I love that High Priestess owl that came out for you, because you're flying above things nocturnally to see what you can see. And that means a lot of you guys this year in 2025, this is making me very happy for you. You're having access to your Akashic records, because what happens when we level up as a cosmic egg, level up. When you level up, what happens is you have access to new realms of information because you're ascending. And a lot of you guys turned down a lot of things, said no, denied, move forward. And because of the sacrifices made, remember what they said, for pain and suffering, compensation for pain and suffering, you have the opportunity to up level and go into your Akashic records. The reason I bring that up about nocturnal energy is you access your Akashic records as you sleep. Akasha, root word meaning ether, okay, an Indian Sanskrit word. So you have the ability to access the ethers when you sleep. Your dream life is a rich life, and it is fraught with so much valuable, nourishing information and context clues, because in dreams you absolutely lose you. It's a full surrender. And so a lot of you guys are doing your astral projection, a lot of you guys are doing some of the other things, but what I'm going to say to you is, even if it's just the simplest of dreams, when you finally hit that deep REM state, what your angels will come in with is stuff that is supposed to help you elevate. And upon your elevation, you'll ascend some stairs. So you'll be learning some new things about yourself and new tools that will be very beneficial for you. Now, it's not that you're learning, it's that they're saying you're learning how to use, because now you've already been introduced to the tools in this last year, or in this last 7-year cycle, since Uranus is about 7-year cycles. This also ends for you a 7-year cycle of chaos. Think about the last 7 years of your life, the upheavals, the job changes, the partners, the relationships, the breakups, the makeups, the new connections, the businesses started, lost, the children born, had. Some of you, sadly, miscarried. There's so many things that happened in the last 7 years. A pandemic for so many of us where we lost people in the surreal landscape, post-apocalyptic landscape that seemed like it was straight out of AI, and then AI ate us. Like, it's crazy. 7 years of that, baby. And in 2025, we finally step into a different kind of productivity where it's like we're washing away all of those things we used to know. If you want to, free will, always up to you. 44:22 on the clock. What that means specifically is about putting in the work to balance your emotional life and energy. A lot of you guys have been paying attention to so many other things. Now it's just time to take care of you. It's time to love on you. And if love comes in for you, it's time to let that love be worked on just like you would anything else. With that 4-4, that's about stable balance. That's 4 stilts on a house. That's 4 legs on a chair. That's 4 legs on a table. You are asked to make something be stable, even if it's you. What if you just start off with you first? And then if there's supposed to be a +1 and it ends up being 2, then continue to do the work that you need to in a love relationship in 2025 that benefits both of you. That you both can grow, work, ascend, business, etc., etc. Whatever works for you. For people that are not interested in that life, and for you, it's being the best mama. I have such a respect for mamas. Being the best mom and homemaker that you can be, that's an art, baby. It's a whole art, okay? And I respectfully love every single one of you because I've done it too, and I do it too. It's an art to do what we do, okay? And so what I want, but I don't have kids, so that's why I say, but super hats off to those of you with kids, because that's a whole other kettle of fish. And you guys are frying it up every day, and I'm so proud of you. But that's what you need to understand is self-love this year, 2025. That's what you're mandated to. Starting to use the tools of strategy that you learned in the last season. But you're not just going to be in peril. That Uranus is here. And I actually believe that's what's happening is that it's going to be a shakeup for people that are experiencing you. They are the ones who are going to be shook because not only you're standing on business, but you're not retreating. And also now you've got this new tool that you're wielding and you're unapologetic about it. You're not the sweet, coy, demure empath that's like, oh, I'm sorry, am I breathing too loud? Does that bother you? Like, you are taking your power back in every single way. And what that means is that you will expand so greatly in 2025 because there's a confidence is what that I'm seeing along with learned experience from that past 7-year cycle that was insane. And the luck of Jupiter and Sagittarius energy playing right off of it for you. And also having died to yourself, your ego. The 10 of Swords is an ego death, if it is nothing else. You have lost all faith in humanity. You've lost even faith in yourself, and then you regained it somehow, one day at a time, one shower at a time, one whatever at a time. And now you are ascended. You are now divine. When you go through that kind of heartbreak and betrayal, when it feels like your whole life there's been a target on your back and you prevail and prevail and prevail with no help, and your relationship to God is so close because you had no hope, you had no one, you had just you, and even the people that said that you could trust them didn't trust you, didn't like you, were weirdly competing with you. So all you could do was talk to the angels and ancestors and God that guides you. And you grew and grew and grew because every time they stabbed you, it was just you and you and you. I'm so proud of you because in 2025, instead of being buried under the weight of our past experiences and tragedies, we get to write new, fun, exciting, interesting, spiritually deep, intelligent realities. You get to be the traveler if you want to. I don't care if you go to one place. I don't care if you go to one place that's in your next town. You get to meet someone at a bookstore that's an old brick and mortar store. Like, those are still around. You get to have coffee with a new friend you met in town, and they're not being weird. You get to travel. You get to meet someone new, and even if you chat for 5 minutes on the plane, they up-leveled you. You are in this season. And Eat, Pray, Love. Elizabeth Gilbert talks about meeting a Texan at a ashram. She also talks about meeting people on planes, having these moments with people that she would have never interacted with. That is Jupiterian Sagittarius energy that she loves so much. She wrote about them in her book because they gave her wise, sage advice when she was full of self-loathing, as she describes, and had made a complete mess of her life. And instead of coddling her, they came through like Rafiki. I have a video here about Rafiki too. But they came through like Rafiki, knocking her up the noggin and directing her next on her path of what to do. 2025 is going to feel like that for you. That's where Uranus is going to come through. It's going to surprise you how many wise people, interesting people, new people that you intersect with, and how you fortify the closest of relationships. It's going to surprise you how you don't give a fuck about how anybody feels, or going back and reconciling or reliving old bad deals. You know it wasn't fair, and everything in your life is about fairness and balance now. 2025 is about know-how. It's about education, but it's about fun. Learn at fun, play. You don't have to sit behind busy sheet work, whatever that means for you day to day. The universe wants you to come outside, tactily touch it, interact with it, and watch it turn on its magic. I'm hearing the song Chris Martin wrote when he was dating Katniss Everdeen from the Hunger Games. What's her name? Jennifer Lewis. He was dating her after he broke up with Gwyneth. And he wrote a song that said, "Turn your magic on for me, they say." And he was talking about falling in love with something that was new, sparkly, amazing, after he'd been in this very regimented state. And when you're in a Uranus space, it can feel regimented. I imagine like being married to Gwyneth Paltrow, and full of surprises that you don't want to know about. However, you get out of it, and then there's a sparkling light. And even if the light doesn't stay forever in your life, they're not together currently, it inspired him to write music again and to start to delve back into his creativity. Remember, we were talking about the sacral. So you'll be healing in 2025 your sacral energy, which will lead to whatever that leads to. But it's first about taking care of and pleasuring you, making sure you're happy, making sure that you're taking time to do what you need to so that you're feeding back into you. Remember, the number that came up was 422. They want you to be balanced 4 first before you worry about the 2 of you, whoever that may be. And if the 2 of you is your career and you, then that too. Take care of your body, your soul, and your spirit. Yes, we have to multitask and do both, but you understand what I'm saying. What comes in for you in 2025 will be staying, because you're beginning a new cycle where you're investing. The people that are in your life currently will be the people that you will see for a foreseeable cycle of your life. So choose wisely. Choose people who are carrying their own weight emotionally. Choose people who are offering something to you reciprocally. Choose people that are gracious and kind enough to be courteous about what is going on for you emotionally and spiritually, and they're not writhing in their codependency. But that means you will have had to chosen you first, right? With that 4 coming first, you need to be balanced and first to offer that to someone else too, before you do offer that to someone else, or before you can give it to your business or your baby or whatever is your little thing that is precious to you. The first quarter of the year, remember, strategize, out-strategize, play chess energetically, even if it's about your own emotions of which you need to set yourself free. Get clever about how you cut yourself free. Because in 2025, your hardest month actually is the first part of the year. And what that's really going to be about is other people that maybe, I'm going to say, testing boundaries with you because they can't believe that they're exiled. Truly, that's the truth. That's what they said. So it may be an uncomfortable thing, but it's going to be something where you need to stand on business and get creative with how you stand on that business. Okay. All right, guys, that's what I have for you. I'm going to finish with the Bob Ross card and we'll make this an hour and wrap it. All right. We have the Bob Ross Oracle deck. Pretty little happy accident of a deck. And I'm going to read to you what it says as we wrap up. I got 1, the Almighty Mountain. I have a few. I don't think I'm going to read all of them, so I'm going to have to do some interpretation. What are we doing, guys? I got the fluffy cloud, the almighty mountain. I just channeled Mount Shasta. We reached the holy mountain. Shout out to my Cali friend. The lazy river. The masterpiece. The meadow. The natural world. All right. They want you outside, guys. They want you outside so that you can work on your masterpieces. So your masterpiece is your business. That's going to be worked on. If it's a relationship, that's going to be worked on. If it's you, that's going to be worked on. With the lazy river here, we're going to take a look at that. The card that I felt called to read was the masterpiece and the almighty mountain. So we will read those two. The natural world. Masterpiece and the almighty mountain. Alright, guys, we got it. After living in Alaska, let me show you guys. Almighty mountain. After living in Alaska for a dozen years while he was in the Air Force, Bob grew to love big old mountains. For a boy from Florida, the almighty mountain captured his awe. No matter if you live in Florida or Alaska, mountains are still pretty, but they're also difficult for novices to paint. Because he loved them so much, he wanted to paint them well. Bob would practice by filling canvases just with mountains, scraping away the wet paint, and starting over again. The almighty mountain gives us a sense of strength and determination and will push forward even in the harshest conditions. It has stood strong for centuries and will still be there long after we're gone. I feel like I have feelings about that. Give me a second, guys. Okay, the masterpiece. Bob Ross believed that you don't need to be blessed by birth by Michelangelo to be able to paint. Every painting was a masterpiece as far as he was concerned. At the same time, no painting is ever perfect. If you paint a million paintings in your life, you're never going to be satisfied, and your next one's going to be your masterpiece. Every time you paint the picture, you learn something that will help you when you do your next one. The masterpiece reminds us that nothing in life is perfect and encourages us to continually strive to improve ourselves as we journey through life. This is specifically to the Sagittarius and Jupiter aspect of travel and expansion and of thinking you've got something right. This is specifically about love. And the mountain, because I was channeling the song by Usher, Moving Mountains. It's one of my favorite songs that I think really encapsulates the dissolution of a relationship, about what it feels like when you just are like, I can't do this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm not happy. I don't, whatever that looks like for you. But what I'm hearing here with the masterpiece specifically is that new dreams come true and you can paint a new reality for you. And you can step into that. We are the law of assumption, right? You can step into that new reality and you can decide, like, this is just where my life is right now. And you can create something that's completely new for you, but never forgetting where you came from, because that really informs you. And so as you're building this new cycle and this new 7 years for you, you get to decide, like very much a tower moment, which bricks will come with you or which bricks stay behind in the rubble. What served you well? What stood up? What had a good purpose with you? And if you find what that is, you can then bring that with you and build a new thing. But you guys are definitely supposed to go out and travel and see new vistas. Now, what I was feeling about the almighty mountain was that we reach the holy mountain, but also moving mountains. The duality of that. This thing can be so beautiful, but also so treacherous and so potentially life ending. Sometimes our mountains are like that. Our tower moments are like that. And I also saw a message there about him repetitively scraping and starting again and starting again and starting again. You deserve to paint your masterpiece, friend. You know, I painted for many years of my life and still do when the mood strikes. I used to do art shows and stuff. Oil is fantastic for starting over and over and over again because it takes such a long time to dry. And I believe Bob was he working with acrylics? I think he was working with oils. I think it's why his paintings were so beautiful. Oils give you something, it makes something almost like 3D come to life. It looks beautiful. Anyway, that's a whole nother lesson for another day. Change the medium in which you paint. That's the message for my career girlies, that this wasn't about love and success and love. They want you to change the medium in which you paint. So change up something about what you're doing. Even tweak it. Just keep tweaking it until you find what's right for you. Very much I'm looking at a painting that I painted, so I'm looking over here, but very much that's what I do when I'm painting. I will restroke something over and over and over, one stroke, until it's just right for me. And that means I'll start over a bunch of times and be okay knowing I've lost whatever progress I made and I have to start again. Because the finished result is cooking, my friends. And that's what we want to get to. If we're in the law of assumption for 2025 for you, you want to end 2025 saying, I cooked here. I absolutely did what I needed to. I had no fear, because Sagittariuses are quite fearless energetically. You had no fear. You went out and you did what you needed to do. You saw who you needed to see. You made new connections. You studied and learned a new philosophy. Even if your new philosophy is, I really like it at my house and I'm not leaving again. But there's something about exploration that will pay off for you big time, my friend. You will meet new, find new, connect with new. Something magical will happen to you. You'll meet a new business partner. You'll meet a friend. You'll meet a great connection. You'll meet an old soulmate. You'll meet a past life enemy that you best in this lifetime. It's wild and it's woolly, but it's totally manageable because of the Jupiterian energy, okay? Bank accounts can grow. And so can debt too. So watch spending with Jupiter energy. As long as you stay ahead of it, it is going to work for you. And remember to use your head in it. Owl totem and fox totem. You have some outwitting and outsmarting to do. That's what 2025 has in store for you. So good sharing energy with you. Come back and join me next time, guys, and we will continue to evolve together. Before you go, drop an owl emoji for the High Priestess down below. See you later, guys. Bye. Happy New Year!